Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger Show. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger and your energy forecaster for today, Friday, September the 6th, 2013. Thank you so much for taking time to watch and listen to this video. I truly appreciate it. Today's energy is the number 6 in tarot. That is the Lover's card, so it's kind of a fun card. Unions, bringing things together, relationships, partnerships, meetings. Meeting of people, meetings of co-workers, just things kind of coming together is what the energy feels like today. It's also, add all the numbers up, 9, 6, 2013, you're going to get 21, which is the World card. I had to reach for it. I was reaching for it, or is a burp coming up? I don't know which. But the World card is about bringing things to a close, bringing things to an end, wrapping things up, a chapter. It's kind of the end of our major arcana. We start back again on another lesson, another journey, another experience as a Fool. You boil that down, 21, down to 3. It's the Empress. So, you know, you could say there's things ending, things beginning, because usually when one door closes, another one opens. You know, death equates birth on another scale, on another place. So put all that together. Great day for, you know, meeting, starting new relationships, probably bringing others to a close, which then allows you for other relationships in your life. So very interesting day, because it feels like a lot of opposites. That which is and is not kind of a thing. You know, we are, but we aren't. We are an illusion of what's really out there, the whole matrix kind of thing. We're just, what looks solid is still very much moving matter and energy. And when it looks like energy has been destroyed, it's only been changed. Because I love that law of, you know, energy can neither be destroyed or created, just transferred or moved in a different direction. So today, you know, the lesson that was kind of coming to me as I was thinking about a reply to somebody's Facebook post. You know, what do you really, tell me what you want, what you really want. I'm going to quote the Spice Girls today. Yes, I will. Power to the world. But anyway, so what do you really want? And when you're faced with some serious or big decisions in your life, I encourage, I don't sound like saying definitives, but I encourage you to really pause and just say, what do I really want? Even now, I thoroughly enjoy where my life is. It's not always been roses and sunsets. It's been a big, huge journey. But, you know, probably every other week or so I stop and I go, am I really happy? Am I at peace? Do I find joy in my day? And I pretty much say yes to all those things. There are days where I kind of go, now, do I still want to go to work in this corporate world? You know, do I still want to do these videos? Do I still want to do my radio show, private readings? You know, so it's, you know, there was a point where I said, do I still want to continue acting? And I'm okay with that, with not doing it. But with my corporate world and job, there's something about it that the stability and the insurance and the retirement and all that stuff is still very much a part of who I am and what I want and what brings me peace and comfort. You know, there are so many other places where I just allow and trust and live on faith that I'm okay not completely turning my world upside down. Plus, I do have a partner and another half who understands a lot of the spiritual stuff and metaphysical world and law of attraction. I hear him say it to his clients every once in a while, which is good. He knows it. He gets it. He's putting it into practice. But, you know, he's a great example because he is an organizer. So he has clients that he works from week to week and month to month, and he's booked out about 2 or 3 months. So he's always been a great example of living like on faith. And in 10 years of his life, 7 that I've known him, he's always been busy, always had work, and he's never had to worry about money. And if he does, it doesn't last but a day or two, and it turns right around. Someone will call. So there's 2 of us in a household, one having a stable income and the other not, but we're still working pretty much equally about the same pay rate. So it's always been a good example. But for me, would that be the best thing to drop everything and start doing something like this? as a contracted laborer in a relationship where the other person is doing kind of the same thing? I don't know. And I always consider him in making those decisions. And, even with him in my relationship, I know it's different than the stereotypical heterosexual world and relationship and marriage. But, probably twice a year, I pause on my own, not in front of him. And I just, I always say, is this the person I'm still supposed to be with, still want to be with? Do I feel like I'm growing? Do I feel like I have purpose? And the answer is always yes to all those. Is it a pain in the ass? Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes. But it's usually because I'm fighting something or not allowing. And, I know that my partner Fabian is in my life for a reason. I know I'm in his for a reason. Where we feel like soul partners and lovers and friends and brothers and sometimes parent and child and all this stuff. And I'm sure other relationships feel that as well. But just continue asking yourself, what is it you really want? When you're clicking along, you feel good. Just say, is this it? Is this real? Just asking those questions. You don't have to answer them. Just ask it. I always say, what would you do if you weren't afraid? It's not my phrase. It's just what I picked up, but I love it. What would you do if you weren't afraid? And just dream. Just dream a little bit. What would I do if I weren't afraid? Maybe pack my belongings in my car and just travel off and live off the donations of strangers. What would happen? I know people have done that. They end up making movies and documentaries and films and things like that. So, just ask yourself, what would you do if you weren't afraid? And what is your intention? And are you truly at peace? I like the word peace better than happy. And am I happy? Am I joyous? Joy I like as well. These are words that I like. But peace is probably the biggest one, because peace for me feels like the word that comes close to describing a perfect place of love for me, because it's just like floating on a pond, not a ripple on the water. Everything is just right. That's what peace feels like. But that's the closest I can feel to love. Because if I'm talking about another person using the word love, that doesn't work. I understand being in love with someone and loving someone, but when you start talking about someone else, it's co-creating, that's working with them. So I love the word peace. That resonates closer with me to love than anything else. In human terms, it almost feels like that's the word that vibrates the closest to love. Who knows what I'll say next week. But right now, that's what it is. I'm allowing it to happen. Pulling a card, diving right in. Card for today is Ace of Swords. Swords. Any family guys? Whirlwind. So this is, first of all, a 1, brand new beginnings. We've already talked about the Empress being beginnings and the World card of today being kind of the endings. The swords are of the mind, logical thinking, numbers, the element air. So definitely a day for some new thought to happen, some new beliefs and thought processes to go on and come into fruition today. Might be, and I'm hearing this is a day that, watch how you say things, but it's okay to be a little more curt with your responses. If someone's asking you to go out tonight, just a simple, no thank you. What's wrong with that? You don't have to explain yourself. We feel like we have to explain ourselves so many times because we're worried about the other person's feelings. That's like, again, coming back to me asking the question, am I a cold, callous son of a bitch? I don't think so. I just think I'm honoring my true self. And like walking through a mall or at my corporate day job, my organization, they're always asking for money for this thing, for that fund, for this cancer society, for that pink ribbon, for everything. And I give, and I give here. And I listen to my intuition. I trust my higher self when I need to give above and beyond. But I always say kind of the same thing. I always say, if someone says, would you like to donate? I said, oh, thank you for offering, but not today. That's my response. When the woman cuts my hair, and it's a hair cuttery, so they make a lot of money off their product, she says, would you like to purchase anything today? And I said, thank you for the opportunity, but not today. And I leave it at that. Thank you for the opportunity, but not today. So that's going to be my tagline. So have an amazing day. For those of you purchasing my archive virtual lab videos, I appreciate it. It is my intention that those labs and those online classes will help you more concentrated, because you're getting that information like daily this way, but that's more concentrated where you can sit down and make notes and go over and over it. The two are still on special. Maybe I'm being lazy, maybe I'm being just drawn by spirit to allow those two to be on special, but how to develop your intuition, the basics, and how to develop it with tarot cards, they're still $12. The special code is AUG 2013. That is August 2013, AUG 2013. So you can purchase that on my website, IntuitMessenger.org. There are two other ones, Animal Communication one and 21 Ways to Read the Tarot Card, the first part, which is an ongoing one. Those are $20 for the archives. But I thank you, and it's, like I said, it's my intention to keep those at a reasonable price and to help you develop your own intuition and the things that I talk about here. My Blog Talk Radio show on Wednesday night, this coming Wednesday night, will be with Jamie the Psychic of Cosmic Caffeine. And it's 9/11, so we're really excited about that evening. What else is going on? Let's see, on the 17th, I will do my next virtual lab class, which will be the continuation of 21 Ways to Read a Tarot Card. And then I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks, and I'm taking the advice of you out there, and I'm going to make one long video before I go, and that will be it. And then I'll do a whole lot of posting while I'm out there with pictures and things like that. I will be visiting the original Starbucks. I will be looking for the CEO. Coming at you. So that's it. Nothing else to say. Open for readings. I have quite a few openings this weekend. So if you want a reading, check out my YouTube/email readings. I put 1 question, 2 question, YouTube, the different spreads, compatibility, self-love spread. I put a new page up there with email readings, and you can either get it via email or via YouTube. But they're just fun, simple ones. If you don't want to talk to me, if you're kind of new to this world and it would feel a little awkward still talking to a psychic, you can get it via email or YouTube. The YouTube video is just like this, me talking to you. So that's www.IntuitMessenger.org. Have an amazing day. I feel it coming on. Namastas to you bitches, and that is with love and light and the highest vibration that I can give you. My heart resonates for you, and I'm getting all mushy and gushy. I'm not going to do that anymore. So talk to you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.